Hello? Look what we have.
It's a little cucumber. But
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch on this cucumber plant. Do you
Do
see
you know
this?
how many there are? I counted them before.
I figured you would. No, I don't know how many. I see a great big one right here, though.
Yeah, look at that.
This one's, can I pick it?
Okay, for lunch. You like to pick them when they're little.
This is not little. Okay, I'm picking it.
All right, it's done. Look at that. Cucumbers, not for breakfast, we're having them for lunch. All right, so there are currently 28 cucumbers on our cucumber hanging basket. And they said it wouldn't work.
27 now that I picked one.
Every time I post this, which it goes, there's millions of views on this hanging cucumber basket, but so many naysayers like, that'll never work. Like, we've been doing this for decades. We've been growing them like this.
There is tons of blooms. Can you show?
Yeah, there's lots of blooms, lots of little cucumbers. Look at all these little cucumbers on here, clusters of cucumbers. So yeah, we'll be sitting good, and it's gonna get way bigger.
It'll fill way out this way too.
I'm gonna say this is absolutely abused in the greenhouse. It's not sitting here. It was tucked away in a corner. There's hanging baskets above it. Once we get rid of some of those hanging baskets, give it some proper sunlight, it's gonna really fill out. But we just didn't have the room for it. So, but,
Okay, let's
yeah.
address this.
Yeah.
Do we sell them in the greenhouse?
No, we don't. We don't have the room for them. This is mine. But you can do this at home. It's
yes.
a fun project to do. Yes, it works. It works with tomatoes. It works with cucumbers. We've been doing this for decades, and it's a great way.
It's one plant per 14-inch pot. And 14 inches, the bare minimum. As far as pot size.
Yeah, and that's the number one question is what we get is where can I find a 14-inch hanging basket? And the answer is I have no idea. We get them because we're buying a semi-load of plastics.
You're starting to see more of them come out.
But like online,
Right.
I mean, you can ask at your local greenhouse. But as far as online, I've looked, and it's near impossible to find.
But if they find
inch.
a 16-inch, if they find an 18-inch,
yeah. And you can use usually the cocoa liner baskets are bigger, but I don't like the cocoa liner because it's so porous that moisture goes right through it. The air can get through it, when you have a windy day, and this will drink a lot of water. So you need to be able to hold that. Our friends at Easy Swap Pots do make those cocoa. It's a replacement for the cocoa liners. They're like a felt, yeah, they're like a felt, and they really hold that moisture in. So you can check out Easy Swap Pots, Easy. Like the letters Easy Swap Pots. So he's got solutions to that. He's actually making up a prototype. We're gonna try this out. I won't even accidentally mention that, but so anyway, but it does work. It's fantastic.
This is kind of just your update of it because there's
Yeah.
so many people that were like, that's never gonna work.
That'll never work.
But we've done it for many years.
And we've done like a cucumber hanging basket. We can get 150 cucumbers off of one basket.
Well, you already have,
Believe it or not.
27, 28 of them on here.
We're just getting rolling. Yeah, we got 28 currently little cucumbers
now,
on
there is tips, and if you haven't seen the videos, you can see, can I peel this off?
Sure.
You can see we took like a pool noodle, or this was a pre-sliced one for a pipe.
Insulation, yeah.
And we put it around the rim, like this.
And you can see right here the vines. That's so the vines do not break. So that has that soft edge. Otherwise, the hanging basket has kind of that sharp edge, and that can break that vine.
Well, the plastic, and then as it gets heavy, because this whole vine is going to get super heavy with all of the cucumbers
the
on it.
And the vine,
And this just helps buffer that, and it gives it that softness instead of that sharp edge where it would pinch it off and then kill off the plant.
Yeah.
But now, okay, we're talking about cucumber plants, but we're talking about the hanging basket, but this applies to cucumber plants too. What are some of the things that you have to watch for on cucumber plants, especially when you put them into a basket?
Certainly powdery mildew is going to be your enemy, and we go through and we spray this periodically with there's a couple different products. We like these are from Bonide. So there's a copper fungicide, and then also this neem max. This is just straight up neem oil. What's kind of neat about neem oil, it's like a 3-in-1. So it's a fungicide, an insecticide, and then also a
4-in-1.
a miticide. Yeah,
What's the other one?
I can't even pronounce. Nematicide. Thanks. So, but the neem oil is really kind of a neat. It can do several different things. So I actually sprayed this with.
And if you are trying to be organic,
yeah,
this
the
is
neem
an
oil.
organic.
The neem
yeah.
oil is. So I sprayed this with neem oil actually. So, but either the copper fungicide or the neem oil, those are great ways to help prevent that powdery mildew. You will see it eventually. They have these great big leaves. They're susceptible to that powdery mildew, especially right now. We haven't seen the sun in like what, 2 weeks? It's just been cold and snowy.
I think it poked out
rainy.
yesterday for like literally 30 seconds.
Yeah. So that can really sting you when you get those cold, wet, rainy days. So certainly exception with the cucumbers. Now let's also talk about what do we plant in here. So what type of cucumber? I get that question.
Because it's one plant per pot.
Yeah. So this year it's a bush cucumber. So it's
I kept questioning him on that.
yeah, I'm like, that's what I planted. That's what the packet. It was bush cucumbers, but you think this is actually something else.
I do. I think it's a homemade pickle.
And the homemade pickles are smaller.
Yeah.
I don't know, I took it right from the pack, but so we use the homemade pickles, which are smaller. We've used Fanfare. They're a nice standard one. Marketmore, that's your mom's favorite.
Yep.
She loves the Marketmore or Marketmore 76, same thing. Straight eights. Straight eights I've done that
they
mostly.
All pretty much will work.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't have a problem.
Yeah, really anything works in there.
Somebody
it's more
did
the care.
ask, what do you do for, like, if it gets too long? And if it gets too long, you either cut it,
trim her up,
or you could take it and wrap it back up and around, kind of like a crown.
I go through and I hack away with.
Do not touch with those right now.
I won't do it right now, but I got my handy dram shears. I clean it up. It's not bad right now, but it will produce a lot of foliage, and it just kind of gets to be.
I have
way
a cucumber on here.
You want me to take that right off?
No.
But I do. I clean it up and just. It helps with the airflow. It helps with the mass on here. So we don't want too much weight. So we kind of keep after this and go ahead and clean it up and cut some of those vines off, cut some of those leaves.
And this will start trailing. It'll start growing from the other side also.
It's been stuck in a corner.
I know.
So it went one sided
get nice
right
and
now.
full.
Yeah.
Somebody did ask on a video also, how do you keep the squirrels out of it? You don't. Unless you get rid of the squirrels.
Yeah. Again, there's another product by Bonide called Repelzol.
Oh, yeah.
We've used that with our. We have mostly deer. The Repelzol, there's a spray and a granular, but that's another. That's another way of. It keeps pretty much repels all the birds, the deer, the squirrels, the raccoons, rabbits. That does help.
But you do have to keep respraying it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you got to stay on top of it. So anyway,
and it's got a smell to it.
It does, yeah.
I know I'm not selling it, but the deer don't like it.
But it works.
Yes.
So anyway, we want to do a little update on our cucumber hanging basket. Yeah, tomatoes work in this. Another question we get a lot is like, could I do a zucchini in that?
Well, yeah, I was going to say that.
I would say no, because zucchini is so big. Of course, the zucchini, I mean, they're heavy. You would have to carefully do that, but I had a gal say, yeah, I did it last year. Fantastic. It worked great.
So maybe we need to try that.
We've never tried zucchini
Once the
or
baskets
squash.
are all out of here,
yeah,
we can try it.
We can do a trial and see how it works. But
because they
just
do
remember,
take up a lot of room.
It's going to be heavy. You're going to have a lot of foliage on there.
You're not going
to
to put this on a shepherd's hook.
Yeah, they get heavy.
Yeah,
so.
you're gonna need something very sturdy to be able to hold that basket.
It's getting fed the Beating Neighbor fertilizer, which is giving it that growth. We need some sunlight because they like the full sun, and it works good. So it's just a different way of growing cucumbers. It keeps it clean. It's easy to pick. There's a little bit of work with maintenance, and then certainly I would go through and spray it periodically with some sort of fungicide, either that copper fungicide or the neem oil that helps prevent the powdery mildew, which you will see. So those are a couple things to think about. Hey, look at me, look at you, look at that. We've got all new Sharky's merchandise. Ladies, do you like the hat? I want to ask, specifically the
there's
ladies.
guys too.
I know,
Guys,
absolutely.
Can you give us a thumbs up, because let him know that's not just ladies that are watching.
Absolutely, but we know from our demographics that there's a lot of females in the audience. But we have our Sharky's Greenhouses shirts on our beatyourneighbor.com
We don't have
website.
one on today.
It's too cold for me to shed my brand new hoodie, but I have my Sharky's merch on underneath. But we do have shirts on our website.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies or guys,
Thank you.
would you wear a Sharky's Greenhouse hat?
Or
Vote with your mouth.
Okay.
Go ahead and comment down below, because I'm curious. Like, would they? Like, I want to know. I
but
seriously want to
they're
know.
spendy. I will just say
no,
the hats,
they're not cheap.
The hats are not cheap.
But look at this beautiful
But would
embroidery.
you do okay? Would you do a Sharky's Greenhouse hat? Would you do a Beat Your Neighbor hat? Or would you do a hashtag Fertilizer Friday hat?
Yeah. Comment.
Because
let us know down below.
you know, for us to carry merchandise, it gets.
Well, you have to have different sizes, and
Yeah, it
we
gets
try to
expensive.
simplify it.
But we're trying to figure out, like, if it would sell, I'll do it.
Yeah,
but-
absolutely. So you get to vote with your comments on this subject.
So you
I've
bought
got a
some
whole
hats.
box of hats,
You
all
had-
different.
You bought 2 of those with the light blue and the dark blue, and
Yeah.
our
I think
future
this one's-
son-in-law already staked claim on one of
Yeah,
them.
he took one. So this is my last one of this color. But I would think, like, this is a cool color.
And then you have your standard gray and blue.
Everything that I own is gray, black, or blue.
You did try to stretch out with a few new colors this year.
I did. I have like
We'll
a
see how
light,
much he wears
a
them.
light green shirt.
And you don't even like the color green.
I'm not a green color when it comes to clothing or like a vehicle, or like it's got to be black, gray, or blue for me.
So tell us, Sharky's Greenhouse, Beat Your Neighbor, or hashtag Fertilizer Friday.
Yeah.
And would you
Just
buy it in a
curious.
hat?
Yeah.
Just curious. We do have the shirts that say the Sharky's Greenhouse and then the hashtag Fertilizer Friday
on the back.
Yeah.
So talking
And this is
about,
my new jacket.
Yeah,
Do you
look
like
at
it?
that. Look
We're
at
not
that.
selling these. These were very spendy. But isn't that cute?
Yeah. And you got your
kind of-
Sharky's merch on too. You have
Yep.
what color do you call that?
Dusty pink.
Okay.
I think that's actually what the color was on when I ordered it.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Going back to our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer.
Yes.
We want to highlight a special retailer today because they're having their big 10th anniversary.
Hometown Creations in Salina,
Ohio.
Salina, Ohio.
We've been there.
Yes, we've been there. They have been wholesaling, retailing it for
Like from the
years.
Yeah, I
Yes.
would say from the start, but one of our first retailers when we started
Right.
doing retailers.
And so we've gotten to know Sandy and the crew really well,
Yeah.
and they are celebrating their 10th year.
anniversary. So they have a big to-do going on Friday and Saturday. They have food trucks, coffee, giveaways.
Big giveaways.
Yeah,
Like
awesome
when I
stuff.
say big giveaways,
Yeah.
she's giving away like Yeti coolers filled with like
Wow.
tons of merchandise, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like I would do just the Yeti cooler.
We would take a drive, a 400-mile drive to Salina, Ohio.
Sandy, can I have that? So yeah, she's super excited. They are not a greenhouse,
Yeah.
so they are a boutique style place. So they have shirts and clothing and home
Mugs
decor
and-
and
yeah.
all that sort of stuff. And it's
Food
super
and-
cute. I mean, they got a lot of stuff in
Yeah,
there.
I think Hometown Creations is
A poster
the
child.
poster child for we're not a greenhouse, we're not a floral shop, we are a boutique
Mm-hmm.
shop, and she sells a lot of Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer.
does.
She has a very core customer base that is ecstatic about our Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. So yeah, absolutely. Sandy and crew are the poster child for, you don't have to be a greenhouse to sell Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer. She does a fantastic job.
So be sure if you're in that general area, this Friday and Saturday, I think Saturday is when they're doing the big giveaway. This Friday and Saturday, make sure you go out there, go have some food, go walk in, go say hi, tell them you saw us online and we said hello. I talk to her on the phone every so often, and she's a joy.
Absolute
So
sweetheart,
she's
yeah.
very excited about this,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of big giveaways.
Yeah.
So congratulations on your 10 years, and be sure to pick up your Beat Your Neighbor fertilizer when you're over there visiting. If you're not going to be in that area, you can find other retailers.
At our beatyourneighbor.com website, there is a retailer button. You can click on that, and it'll show you a map of the United States. And then you just scroll to where you live in the United States, and then you can see if there's any retailers around there. If not,
they can order online in 48 states we can ship to, and we'll ship it directly to your door.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
There's always the, when we're shipping it directly to you, and I just had like 2 emails yesterday. Once we hand it over to the postal system, whether that's UPS or the USPS, we don't have control really as to how
long it takes or whatever, but
Yeah.
you do get you get that automatic email that gives that tracking number. A lot of times though, we found is it ends up in a spam folder, on their end. So they have to make sure you check that spam if you're ordering from us directly online. Make sure you check that your spam folder because 9 times out of 10
I think it's because of our name.
If there's a problem, if there's a problem with hey, I never got a tracking number, it's probably in that spam folder.
And also, if you're a retailer and you reached out to us and you haven't gotten back that paperwork,
we sent it.
Check your spam folder.
Yeah.
Or take the time. It'll take a few minutes, fill out the paperwork, and we can get that ready for you and get some jars shipped out to your location.
Yeah, we do not dilly-dally. Like,
No.
Amy, if you know Amy, she is the best time to do something is right now. So I don't care if she's in her pajamas and it's 10 o'clock at night. If I'm like on my phone, I'm like, oh, there was another inquiry for a Beat Your Neighbor retailer. She's like, she's doing the paperwork. So
because otherwise I have to sit and think about it.
yeah, you won't. You will not go to sleep with something on your mind. Yeah, it has to be done. So anyway, thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoyed our cucumber. Yes, it works.
Have a great day.
Yep. Bye bye.